Study Session 10. Syntax. Methods of syntactic analysis. Introduction. In this and subsequent lectures, you move from morphology to syntax, analysis of sentence structure. First, you are introduced to methods of doing syntactic analysis. In other words, you will learn the techniques of representing elements of sentence structure using a set of symbols and diagrams. The study of syntax proceeds from what is regarded as the largest unit of syntactic description, that is, the sentence, and ends at the smallest meaningful unit, that is, the morpheme. This is called a top-to-bottom analysis. The units smaller than the sentence are referred to as clauses, phrases, words, and morphemes. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Represent constituents of a sentence using techniques such as bracketing, labeled bracketing, and tree diagrams. And 2. Analyze the constituents of the sentence. Pretest. 1. What is a sentence? 2. How does one recognize a sentence? 3. How many types of sentences can you recognize? Give one example of each sentence type. Content. What is syntax or syntactic analysis? Syntax or syntactic analysis seeks to A. Determine the relevant components of a sentence, and B. Describe these parts grammatically. The component parts of a sentence are called constituents. In other words, syntax involves the two closely related tasks of A. Breaking down the sentences into constituents, and B. Assigning some grammatical labels to each constituent, stating what type of constituent or grammatical category it is and what grammatical function it has. Constituents are like building blocks which pattern in certain ways to form larger units. The largest unit being the sentence. Each constituent, except the smallest, can be broken down into its component parts. The purpose of doing syntax is to discover the ways in which constituents combine to form the structure of sentences. Representing constituent structure. We have already introduced some grammatical units and systems. See Chapter 9. There are abbreviations and symbols for syntactic analysis. Examples are S equals sentence, N equals noun, at equals article, and so on. We need to introduce 3 more symbols which are commonly used. The first of these is in the form of an arrow, and it can be interpreted as consist of. It will typically occur in the following format: NP, at, plus N. This is simply a shorthand way of saying that a noun phrase. Example: the book consists of an article. The and, a noun, book. The second symbol used is in the form of parentheses or round brackets. Whatever occurs inside these brackets will be treated as an optional constituent. Perhaps an example will make this clear. You can describe an object as the book or as the green book. We can say that both the book and the green book are examples of the category noun phrase. In order for a noun phrase to occur in English, you may require an article, the, and a noun, book. But the inclusion of an adjective, green, is optional. You can include an adjective, but it is not obligatory. We can capture this aspect of English syntax in the following way. NP, at, adjective. N. This shorthand notation expresses the idea that a noun phrase consists of an obligatory article and an obligatory noun, but may also include an adjective in a specific position. The adjective is optional. The third symbol used is in the form of braces or curly brackets. This indicates that only one of the elements enclosed within the brackets must be selected. They are used when there is a choice from two or more constituents. For example, we have already noted in Lecture 9 that a noun phrase can consist of an expression like the woman, at N, or she, pronoun, or Kathy, proper noun. We can, of course, write 3 single rules as shown on the left below, but it is more succinct to write 1 rule as shown on the right below, which incorporates exactly the same information. At N, NP, pronoun, NP, pronoun, NP, proper noun, proper noun. It is important to remember that although there are 3 constituents in these curly brackets, only one of them can be selected on any occasion. We can present a list of symbols and abbreviations commonly found in syntactic descriptions. S, sentence. N, noun. Pro, pronoun. PN, proper noun. V, verb. Adjective, adjective. At, article. Adv, adverb. Prep, preposition. NP, noun phrase. VP, verb. Phrase, preposition phrase. Dot equal ungrammatical sequence. Arrow equals consists of. Bracket open, bracket close equals optional constituent. Curly bracket open, curly bracket close equals one and only one of these constituents must be selected. There are 2 common ways of representing information about constituent structure, namely A, by labeling and bracketing. B, by tree diagram. Labeling and bracketing. Bracketing. The syntactic structure of a sentence may be represented by marking off each constituent from sentence level to word level by square brackets. The policeman arrested the suspects and interrogated them. Labeled bracketing. The system of bracketing above can be made clearer by means of labeling or adding an appropriate grammatical label to each pair of square brackets. S1, S2, NP, det, D, N, policeman, VP, V, arrested, NP, the, N, suspects, conj, and, S3, NP, them, VP, V, interrogated, NP, them. B, tree diagram. The concept of family tree. Family tree terminology is often used to describe the relationships between items. Thus, the tripartite representation of the structural description of the sentence. The snake killed the cat as NP, V, NP can be represented in a tree diagram below. S, NP, V, NP, at, N, the snake killed the cat. This type of tree diagram representation contains not only the grammatical information, but also shows more explicitly the fact that there are different levels in the analysis. That is, there is a level of analysis at which a constituent such as NP is represented and a different lower level, at which a constituent such as N is represented. Here is how a whole sentence would look like in a tree diagram. S, NP, VP, at, N, V, NP, at, N. The monkey ate a banana. If you start at the top of this tree diagram, you are starting, child. Take two. If you start at the top of this tree diagram, you are starting with a sentence, S, and then dividing the sentence into two constituents, NP and VP. In turn, the NP constituent is divided into two constituents, at and N. Finally, one word is selected which fits the label at, the, and another which fits N, monkey. Although the diagram A above reflects the tripartite division, it does not show the actual relationship between the NPs and the verbs, but it is used to describe family tree relationships. Thus, NP, V, and P are daughters of S, the selfmost NP being the left daughter and the rightmost NP, the right daughter. Analogously, the leftmost NP is the left sister of V, both being daughters of the same mother, and the rightmost NP is the right sister of V for the same reason. A tree diagram is also called a phrase marker. The whole process of drawing tree diagrams is a derivation. Advantages of tree diagram method. The crucial factor of the tree diagram method is its hierarchical structure. The crucial factor of the tree diagram method is its hierarchical structure. The sentence is analyzed into immediate constituents. The hierarchical nature of the analysis illustrates or adequately reflects what appears to be a universal principle of the organization of human languages. The fact that they have hierarchical syntactic structures. Secondly, a hierarchical analysis shows that the relationships between any pair of constituents must be considered in terms of relationships established within the tree as a whole. Mere contiguity is not necessarily a particularly interesting relationship. Thus, in the above diagram, there is a close relationship between the contiguous items, the and monkey. They are constituents of NP, but there is no immediate relationship between monkey and ate, even though they are contiguous. Rather, the verb ate has a relationship with NP, a banana, since both are constituents of the VP. Finally, adopting a hierarchical analysis makes it easy to identify the occurrence of the same constituents at different structural positions within constituent structures. Study session summary. Syntax identifies and describes the relevant parts or components that make up a sentence. Component parts are called constituents. The sentence is made up of smaller units, clauses, phrases, words, and morphemes. These units, except the smallest, morpheme, can be broken down into its component parts. You are introduced to the method of syntactic analysis. Symbols such as S, N, at are used as abbreviations for the grammatical analysis. Other symbols used in syntactic analysis are S, sentence, N, noun, pronoun, PN, proper noun, V, verb, and adjective, at, article, adverb, adverb, and preposition. Bracketing is a way of analyzing the structure of a sentence. Another explicit way of looking at the structure of a sentence is labeled bracketing. Tree diagram is useful for hierarchical analysis of sentence structures. It is also useful in identifying the occurrence of the same constituents at different structural positions. Post-test. 1. What are constituents? 2. What is the goal of syntactic analysis? 3. Distinguish between bracketing and labeled bracketing using illustrative examples from English. 4. What is a tree diagram? 5. What is the role of diagram in syntactic analysis? 6. Draw a tree diagram to illustrate the sentence below. The cat ate the rat. End of study session 10. Thank you for listening.